guys, I'm cooking and my baby is right here doing his diligence.
What?
Hey.
What the f did you just say? Doing my what?
Diligence. Diligence.
Babe, stop.
I don't know.
Stop. You might as well say president. Might as well say president. I'm doing my due diligence.
President what?
My due diligence. You like due diligence. Due diligence. Don't do that shit, babe. For real, for real.
What is it?
Babe, you can't come here and be cute and then cut like that. You gotta say something we know. Something we know together.
All right, my baby's doing his stuff that he gotta do around the house. He's mowing the lawn.
Say it. Say it.
Diligence.
It's not-
Diligence.
Due diligence. You about to f me up. Due diligence.
Due diligence.
Due diligence.
I said, well, how hard can it be? Boys do it. And then I said, how hard can it be? Boys do it. And that time it hit me in my chest and I was like, oh my God, that is so real. That is so real. It's just too real. So how hard can it be? Boys do it.
Oh, good job.
What are you doing? Trying to fix it so it doesn't collapse. It's an hassle. My business partner! Mom! Stop it!
You stupid fucker! Fucking hell!
That is massive!
For fuck's sake, Olivia!
No need for that.
Fucking hell!
Worst moments in man history. 1920. Men give women the right to vote.
Meanwhile, yesterday.
We really appreciate this. We really appreciate it.
What the fuck?
Well, the demon growl at the end was a real nice touch. Can someone please explain to me how we went from fighting for votes for women to that? The actual hell is wrong with these people?
That's what feminists are doing. They're standing up and educating.
What? No, are you crazy? Did you not just see what...
That's what feminists are doing. They're standing up and educating.
No, they're asking for government power and government handouts. They go around depriving men of jobs because you have to have quota of so many women. Assuming that women have been treated unfairly, you don't fight an evil by adopting it and practicing
Well, what should they do? Be nice little girls and not say anything and stay home and break bread?
No.
Well, what should they do? Should
go into any career of their choice except longshoremen or professional football player, as they're trying today.
Would you fight for anything?
How did I get here?
I don't know when that video was made. Obviously it was a while ago, but even then she could see that feminism had already become bullshit. Got these women caught in this perpetual loop of victimhood. And it's only gotten 100 times worse since then. Like to this day, they're still coming up with new and invented offenses every other day just so they can play victim to get what they want the easy way. And look, I'm not saying things are perfect for women. But like modern feminism, all it is a bunch of women who want to be the victim. They want to play victim. That's why they keep beating a dead horse with things like the wage gap, which was proven wrong, proven non-existent in like the 80s or something, as we all know. But they keep bringing it up because they want to be the victim, because if they're not the victim, that means they're on equal standing with men. And if they're on equal standing, well, now they got to face the reality. Am I strong and independent? Can I live without a man? Am I better than men the way these feminists promised me I was? Yeah, modern feminism is doing a great fucking job creating some real strong and independent, empowered women.
It's so empowering. Yeah.
I'm so proud of myself. I always wanted to graduate. Just kidding.
This is the worst.
Let's go! Chop chop, I'm starving here!
I think she might be retarded.
Good job, little buddy.
Bro, that is fucking hard to watch, man. And look, I've never worked on a ship like this, so I don't know what the actual goal is here, but that is definitely not how you throw a sledge. Like, why is she slowing it down on the downswing? I don't know. Hit it with your purse. You're like lightning with that hammer. You never strike the same place twice. DEI at work. Diversity hiring. Pay her less, goddammit. She swings that like a girl. If I swung a hammer like that, my dad would disown me. The unanimous disrespect in the comments probably makes her want to hit someone with a hammer, but she definitely missed. Look, ladies, like I said, that is not how you throw a sledge. You step back, use momentum and inertia. The hands come together on the downswing. The aim part, that'll come with experience. Just watch Buddy here. And look, when you watch him, just think about it. If you saw him and the woman from this clip on the same job site, would you consider that equal work?
That's what we gotta do all day. I got Mike calling me. Yo, what's up, Mike? What's up?
I am rock hard right now. Anybody else?
Aren't they scared? Wouldn't you get already running?
Atta girl. Good job.
Intercept, takedown, extract. By my count, this is a 4-man job. Anything less, we got a high risk of failure.
So I'm recording because I got a job, you guys. It's in Texas.
No way.
It's oil rigging.
No way. Doing what?
Actual rigging.
You're gonna be rigging. No, you're not.
I swear.
No, you're not.
I got the job.
You know that is literally the most demanding job on the face of the planet?
You guys know ExxonMobil?
Yeah. Do you have any idea what it is yet? Do you have any idea what you're doing? You are literally going to be covered head to toe in oil for like 15 hours.
I'm quitting my job.
You are an idiot. Yeah. Straight up. Please, I'm glad you're recording. You're going to look back and be like, wow, they were right. Like, you will last an hour.
You guys don't think I can do it?
You'll last an hour. You'll last 1 hour. Yeah. I say 1 hour. I say you don't even make it out into the field.
No thanks, Mace.
Yeah, I don't think you understand like what it.
The women start with the simplest job on site, bundling the logs. But even this comes with its own health warning.
Guys have been killed lots of times by going in behind there. Never, ever, ever do it. If you do that, you'll get sent home.
Now it's time for the women to show the men what they're made of.
Did it okay.
Natural.
She's the worst person I've ever seen try to bundle.
You shut your goddamn mouth.
They're not cut out for logging. They're too pretty. They're good looking.
He's got the boner again.
Definitely get the sense that the guys think we're like these kind of little girls.
That's ridiculous.
That was really tough. But I appreciate that they need it done so much quicker than that.
Oh, they make it look really, really easy. It's not easy.
Do we fire him?
Not yet.
And that concludes the lessons for the day.
You know what I think would go a long way with the whole gender war, I don't need no man, independent woman nonsense, is a national job swap day where men could try women's jobs and women could try men's jobs and each could gain a greater appreciation for what the other one does in society. Because look, fair play to them. They went out and they gave it a shot. I don't think any of us are under any illusions that this is a job that most women could do. You know, because they're struggling to even lift that cable, and that's a cable they clearly need to throw. You know what I mean? And look, I'm not a logger, but from what these guys say, that's the easiest job on the job site. So I'm sure that now these women have a much greater appreciation for what these guys do. The only thing that's left is for them to make the connection between literally everything they see that's made of wood that they come across in everyday life and jobs like this and the hardworking men that work them.
Where I live, every girl's an activist, and then I met a girl from like a small town. She was like, I do construction and I don't watch the news, which is like pretty like, yeah, but then I thought about it, and girl construction worker and girl activist is kind of the same job. You mostly just stand there and hold a sign, you know what I mean?
I live in an area that was affected by the hurricane, and everywhere I go, there is cleanup happening right now.
It's 90-degree weather right now, and there are crews of men cleaning everything up from the hurricane. I have yet to see a single woman doing any of the cleanup. I'm sure there's a rare one out there, but I haven't seen them. The reality is the majority of the hard, back-breaking work that is done in society is done by men. The linemen that were camping in their trucks for 3 days at the fairgrounds, all of them were men. So if you're a screaming, high-body, fat feminist, at least thank the patriarchy for always cleaning up after natural disasters. And yes, the machine sound in the background is being operated by a man.
What? I mean, what a bombshell. Who saw that coming?
If this isn't father-daughter goals, I don't know what is. I'm in a mini excavator on the job. Dad's on the big excavator, and we're just working. I'm looking at him work, he's watching me work, and this is something I will never take for granted.
Am I crying? No, I'm not crying. You're crying. I'm not a crier. I don't cry. I work out. I have hobbies. I don't.
If a man calls you a good woman, take that as an insult. Feminism has fried our brains. And yet, in 2024, being called a bad bitch would be the highest form of flattery. But being a good woman, how dare you? Something is seriously psychologically wrong with the modern feminist movement.
We're rejecting traditional masculinity because it's toxic. And it's toxic because it's powerful. Masculinity begins early with the philosophy of boys will be boys. This omnipotent maxim is too often resorted to as a justification for boisterous, mischievous, and overly competitive behavior. Boys will be boys becomes an ingrained mantra for boys to live by and girls to accept and let slide. It restricts the expression of children. Be yourself does not apply to the boys who have to be boys. It is no surprise that many men struggle to reconcile their own precarious masculinities with this harsh cultural expectation of manhood. Manhood generally has to be earned and maintained through actions in a way which womanhood doesn't. Masculinity is not something anyone is born with, but is something that is nurtured. Most men will never voluntarily want to be everything that standard requires, and most men will never be able to be everything that standard requires. And this is where the struggle begins. There is nothing wrong with wanting to be tough and wanting to lead, but there is something wrong with considering these traits necessarily and exclusively masculine. Rejecting traditional masculinity is necessary, as it liberates men who don't comply with its norms.
Oh my God, I hate you so much. I just want to smash your face in.
I'm gonna go on a bit of a rant here because I fucking hated this clip, honestly. So I'm gonna put a timestamp up here. If you want to skip ahead, feel free. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe before you go. For the rest of you know, I just thought there was so much wrong with this fucking clip. Not least of which is the fact that they seem to be in some sort of parliament meeting in the UK. I don't know who she is or where they are, but this is what's so fucking dangerous about modern feminism. Is because they manipulate a man's natural instinct to want to do right by women. And then they talk a load of shit and say, well, I'm a victim, we need help, and dress it up as something benevolent. And men are like, well, look at her, she needs fucking, we better help her. But when you really step back and listen to it, it's all fucking nonsense. Like, first of all, boys will be boys. If that means anything other than, you know, a boy scraped his knee and got in a fight with his friend and got muddy, then that's on the parents. You know what I mean? And you talk about how you want to let people be who they want to be, but what, does that not apply to boys? Because 99.9% of boys, I'm pretty sure, want to be like that. This is the growth process. They're dealing with hormones and testosterone. They need to be rambunctious and energetic and a little aggressive. And for that matter, what grown-ass man lives by the mantra, boys will be boys, as a way of getting away with whatever the fuck he wants? Now, I'm not saying that there aren't shit men out there, but I've never met a grown man who lives by that. And also, like, what woman is allowing a man to get away with whatever he wants because he said boys will be boys? This is kind of what you're insinuating, that grown people are living like this. You know what I mean? You know what I hear when this woman talks about how masculinity is powerful and therefore it's dangerous? I just hear a woman who's jealous of what men can achieve, and she can achieve those same heights. So she wants to kneecap men and make her life easier. You know, it's funny. I saw this clip recently where a woman makes a very good point about men. She said that, you know, one of the main reasons that men are able to achieve the heights that they do is because of women. One of the main motivators of men. As long as y'all continue to be hypergamistic and you don't truly take on that mantle of protector and provider, as long as you require a man to be better and stronger and more successful and make more money, men will always have that added motivation, that powerful motivation to push them to higher heights. for want of a partner, for want of a relationship, for want of children, to be able to provide for them. And you know what else I hear when I hear this woman's little speech here? I hear that it's okay for anyone out there to be masculine except for men. She talks about how masculinity is earned, and she complains about the fact that it needs to be earned. And damn right it needs to be earned. And that's why men make better single parents than women, because they pass those same values and lessons on to the children, which better prepares them for the realities of the real world. And that's not to say that feminine nurturing isn't necessary for the growth process, but that masculinity that's earned, that prepares you better for the real world. There's no debate about that. But the real ironic thing about this dumb fucking speech she's given here, that she doesn't even realize how dumb it is she complains about how masculinity is earned and that toughness and leadership are exclusively masculine traits. First of all, they've never been exclusively masculine traits, but this is the manipulation they use, right? Anyone can be a leader, anyone can be tough. And here's the thing, go out and collect 10,000 people, masculine people, probably gonna be primarily men. Go out and collect 10,000 feminine people, probably gonna be primarily women. And then find out for yourself who are better leaders and who are tougher. It's real simple. And tell me that we can't include those traits in the definition of masculinity. But the real ironic thing here is true leadership and true toughness, those are things that are earned. You know what I mean? Like a tough guy and a leader aren't standing in front of a crowd crying that somebody else can lead better, crying that somebody else is tougher. Those are labels that are fucking earned, bro. But that's all the modern feminist movement has become. You know, just a bunch of women trying to play victim so they can take the easy road, because they'd rather knock you down than build themselves up. They'd rather kneecap you instead of actually working those longer hours, working those more difficult jobs, giving up hypergamy, like truly giving up hypergamy. They would never fucking do that, you know? And look, there's this saying that I love. I found it a few years ago, and it goes like this. There are two ways to build the tallest skyscraper in town. The first way is to just put in the work and build the tallest skyscraper. The second way is to tear every building down around you. So which way do you think these feminists are subscribing to? So no, you can't have our fucking nuts, which is exactly what they're trying to do. You can't deconstruct the definition of masculinity because it's inconvenient for you. You don't see them complaining about masculinity when a 6'3", 250-pound man breaks down their door to pull them from a burning building. You want to take the definition of masculinity? You fucking earn it.
Look what I have created! I have made fire!
Looks glorious. I think this guy might have the best top paragraph Wikipedia description in history. Can you just Google the unkillable soldier? Is this a real human? Real human. Lieutenant General Sir Adrian Paul Ghislaine Carton-Duart was a British Army soldier officer born of Belgian and Irish parents. He was awarded the Victoria Cross, the highest military decoration awarded for valor in the face of the enemy in various Commonwealth countries. He served in the Boer War, First World War and Second World War. He was shot in the face, head, stomach, ankle, leg, hip and ear, was blinded in his left eye, survived 2 plane crashes, tunneled out of a prisoner of war camp and tore off his own fingers when a doctor declined to amputate them. Describing his experiences in the First World War, he wrote, "Frankly, I had enjoyed the war."
Someday, I'll fight in the Kumite and make my father proud.
Do not go gentle into that good night. Old age should burn and rave at close of day. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Though wise men at their end, no dark is right, because their words had fought no lightning they. Do not go gentle into that good night. Rage, rage against the dying of the light.